Hi everyone. See, today I am going to discuss with you how to make your biodata or CV. CV is required for almost all the campus placements and many jobs where you have to basically apply. And CV preparation is, making your CV is very simple, not difficult. There are two types, there are two main things in CV. One is presentation wise, that is more or less related to how you type it, and Word document mein how do you prepare it. Second part is related to the content which you put. And content is something which is very important, because if you take your CV, the first impression on the CV is very important. So interviewer is going to ask you majority of the questions from your CV only, and whatever you put there, the interview is basically pulled in that particular direction only. So in your CV, I should find that it is very meticulously written and there are some uniqueness in your CV. And what is more important is that whatever you want to tell, like if you want to tell about your strength, weakness, hobbies, then your everything should be told in a innovative way and a creative way. That is something which is very important. So first of all, what I will do, I will provide you the main guidelines how it is to be prepared. What document may everybody can make it. What are the main main headings under which you have to prepare things, and then in each heading I am going to discuss with you what you can put. So first of all, before you make CV, first of all you have to give your name, little address and photograph. That is what you have to do. Suppose I say my name is Vijayender Singh, so I will say this is my name, Vijayender Singh. This I will put. And just below that I will say what I have done. So suppose my qualification is BE electrical, so I will say BE electrical engineering. That is what you have to write. If you're MTech, you can write MTech. If you're PhD, you can write PhD here. So whatever is your latest qualification, you can tell that. Or you can say BE, ME, mechanical, that also you can write. Suppose you have done BTech and after that you have done MTech, you can write BTech, and after that you can write MTech, and you can say whatever you have done, in which specialization you have done, you can write that also. After that you can write your phone number, PH, and +91, international code it is. Then you can write your number also, 9977197346, whatever number. This is a hypothetical number I am giving. So this is phone and this is how you have to type it. After that you have to write your email address. So your email address, vijaYender@gmail.com. That is what you have to write, your email ID. And then you can write your address. Let us say sector 34, Noida, Delhi. Again, hypothetical address I am giving you. So on the left side you have to write this. So what you have to do is you have to basically make a table of column, 2 column and 1 row. So there will be a table made up of 2 columns and 1 row. So if you go on a Word document, you will find there is a insert. Insert will come. Go to insert. In the insert there will be create a table. So you will create a table. In the table is going to ask you how many rows, how many columns. So you say single row, 2 columns. So in 1 column you please write this, left side balanced, and you make this your name little large in font. It can be 16 font or anything. Roman numericals mein you can write it. Time Roman you can type it, or you can type in any other particular this numericals. That is not a problem. So you can make it little bold. If you make this bold and others are not to be made bold, it can be in 16 basically font, and it can be lesser than 16 font. So that is not a problem, that you can write. And right side pe you can paste your photograph. So right side pe photograph. Then you have to go into the insert table itself and you have to delete this particular border. Border is not to be required. Border is to be deleted. So at the top what you have to do, at the top you have to write your name, your qualification, your phone contact number, email ID, your address, and photograph is to be made. That is the first part. Second, the moment you start writing, then you have to write your career objective. You have to write your career objective. So here you write career objective, and you have to write something in the career objective. Whatever you want to tell, that you have to write in career objective. What you want to reflect your aim, your ambition for the organization, that you have to write. Now in the career objective, it is very important to tell what actually you want to do in the organization. You should not always write your own personal ambitions. You should also write the requirements of the organization, what organization needs from you, those things you have to add. So I am giving you certain lines which are important for you to write in your CV, and from those combination of those lines you can make your own basically statement, little precise statement. It should not be very long, but you can make your precise statement from that. So let me read some lines. The moment I'll be reading these lines will be projected for you, and you can note it down. Those lines you can basically use in the combination of that. So let me read some lines for you. To pursue a growth oriented and purposeful career where I contribute in the growth of organization and aspire for continuous learning. Another can be aspire to become an asset for organization and a valuable member in terms of knowledge and human values. Prove my capability and explore full potential as a technocrat by giving my 100% in whatever activity is assigned to me. This one-liner or two-liners only career objectives you have to tell. To synchronize my personal goals with organizational goals and to endeavor for the fulfillment of both. Then another can be aspire to be the best employee, team member, colleague and responsible worker of the organization. Next can be to prove my worth as technocrat by learning and innovating for fulfillment of organizational goal. Next can be to work diligently for the attainment of the organizational vision and mission by following ethical and behavioral code of conduct of the organization. Try to learn, acquire, innovate and implement within the organization ecosystem for the fulfillment of its goal. Next can be to become dedicated, disciplined and sincere member of working team and work diligently for any task assigned to me. Next can be aspire to become valuable human resource for the organization. Next can be to adapt in the ecosystem of organization for synchronization of personal and professional life for maximum professional output. Next can be to acquire the professional outlook and attitude for becoming responsible and trustworthy member of the organization. Next, be the best employee, team member, colleague and boss. So all these career objectives, one liner which I have given you, just see these pointers and try to make your own one liner career objective. So let me tell you so far what we have done. सबसे ऊपर you have written about you, about your name and your qualification and your email ID, your contact number and your permanent address. This side is your photograph, that is what you have given. Then your career objective you have written, what career objective you have. First you learn these career objectives list and then you decide what you have to put into that. After that, after career objective, there is a academic or scholastic background. Academic background or academic record you can write here. So what is your academic background? Academic record. You can write any word. Instead of academic, you can even write scholastic. That is also same, scholastic. This is what you can give. And in this case, you have to make a table. So that table will be, let me tell you what kind of table you have to make in academic record. So your table will be having 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns and some rows. Let me tell you what rows. So in this first column you will write year, whatever year it is there. Then you will write what is degree or class you are going to talk about, degree or class. Then the institute, whatever institute you are representing, that will come here. Then will come the percentage or CGPA, percentage or CGPA. Then will come the remarks. So whatever remarks you want to add. So this is what the columns we are going to get. And in this now, in the year, at the top of this entire column, whatever the latest degree you have got, that will come at the top, latest degree. Now let us say the latest degree you have got is that of MTech, then it will come at the top, MTech degree. So which institute you are there, let us say you have done it from IIT Kanpur, so you are going to write IIT Kanpur. Whatever percentage you have got, let us say 8.5 CGPA you have got, then you are going to write 8.5 CGPA. And remarks, let us say you have got it first rank in the class or whatever you have got, so that is also remark you are going to put. Sometimes it is extraordinary, on honors may you get your degree, so whatever remarks you want to put, you have to put here. Similarly, now this will come 2000, let us say 16 May you have done your BTech, same thing will come, the BTech will also come. And you know, one thing you can add here only, degree mechanical, if you done in mechanical, you can write BTech mechanical here itself in the bracket only you can write, you need not to basically make more columns for that. And MTech, let us say design may you have done in MTech, so you can write MTech design, BTech mechanical, that can be done in the same column. Then the institute from where you have done, CGPA, remark similarly. So in this case then will come 12th, and then at the last will come 10th. So 10th, 12th, BTech degree, let's say this is the year, sorry, so year will be, now let us say this is 4 years, so 2012 and 2010. Now this is 12th class, this is 10th class, and the same thing you are going to fill it up. So in this particular table, your years will come, degrees will come, institute, percentage, remarks will come. Very simple table. So let me tell about you have written, photograph you have put, career objective which I have read, from there choose some statements and write there. Scholastic or academic record, you have to make this table, and in that particular table you are going to write your highest degree at the top, and then other degrees will be written there. This was your basically other remarks what you can put. Let me tell you that sometime, let's say you have got a merit certificate, then you can write merit, or you have got first rank or first position in district, you can write first position in district. Whatever you want to write in the remarks, that can be added, so that becomes the last column for you. Now third, after this, after academic or scholastic record, third thing will become your projects undertaken. So next will come projects undertaken. Projects undertaken, that is the next domain which will come. And whenever you are writing career objective, scholastic or academic record, projects undertaken, all you need to do is you have to write it in the basically large font, bold font, and underline that. That's it, a simple thing, so that it differentiates from whatever you are writing downstairs. And you can discuss with any typist, I mean any person who is doing typing, you can discuss with him to beautify it little bit. But as I told you earlier also, beautification is one part which can be done, content is another part which you have to work out. Once your content is ready, beautification can be done. You can make it in the table in small, basically a small kind of box, you can put it. Sometime you will find there's a box, there's a background of the box, and this is written like this, and something is written down in this particular column, something is going to write. So those things, beautification can be done, but more important is the basically content which you are going to write. So what kind of projects undertaken? Now see, unless until you have made the project, you can write this. Sometime no, it is important that whatever projects you have done in college, giving it right words and writing it in proper words is very, very important. So what are the projects which are undertaken? Let me give you some names. Optimization of combustion process in IC engine by innovative design on Venturi meter. That is the project one of my students have written. Experimental analysis of TIG welding by changing the process variables such as current, feed, voltage. That can also be the project. Designed and constructed the experiment to determine relationship between solute concentration and time. Developed and plotted graphs for studying the behavior of reactive and non-reactive type of solutes. Design and development of critically damped system. Optimization of weld bead geometry by simulating various process parameters. So these are some of the projects which I have just given you the names. So whatever project you do, make it a point that its name should look like good, because the moment interviewer is going to see your project name, he is going to ask you question from there. Many times student asks, sir, in the projects, how many projects should we write and up to what detail? My answer is you should write 2 to 3 projects. You need not to write many. If a minor project you have done, major project you have done, you can write 2 to 3 projects, and little bit you can write. So 2 to 3 lines can be added. Title of the project and what you have done in that project, it can also be written, because he is going to ask you what was your contribution into that, where you have done into that. Those things you are going to write in the project. So 2 to 3 projects can be written, and 3 to 4 lines for each project can be given, and the name should be really good. And if you have not done done project, at least you should know what project is all about. Some your friend has done, you understand it from him, because you must be a team member in the project. You must have done that particular project, so you need to understand that project carefully. Title should be catchy so that interviewer feels inclined to ask you the question. That is the project you have to write. After this project undertaken, next column can be internship, industrial, vocational training. That can be the next column. So again, this is the next column now. So let me repeat: about you, your information, photograph, career objective, then scholastic or academic record, project undertaken, internship, industrial, vocational training. So first you just write the headings, and in those headings keep filling the things. You make the first draft, rough draft. The moment you have made the first or rough draft, after that new drafts can be made. That is not a problem, but you need to make first draft. So first thing from the where you can do starting is at least headings you can write, and in each heading then keep filling those headings. So it is like you have made a skeleton, and in that you are putting now blood and flesh into that. So that is not a problem for you. Skeleton should be ready, and skeleton is something which is going to take time for you. So internship, industrial, vocational training, that is one heading. In that you can write whatever internship you have done, or 2 months, 6 months. In some colleges there is a 6 months training. In some colleges there is a 2 months internship after every third year and second year. So you can write completed 2 months industrial internship in DRDO on analysis of various stability parameter on under damped vibrating system. That can be internship for 2 months. 6 months training done in power plant, exergy analysis done on the boiler, vocational training done in the roadways workshop, engine performance parameters analyzed, summer internship done in CFD to optimize fuel air mixing in Venturi of the carburetor. So this way you are to write a couple of sentences here, whether this is an internship of 2 months or 6 months, that is what you have to write. Once this internship is done, whatever you do in the industrial training also, you know there is a concept of industrial training. So whatever you learn there in industrial training, you have to write that. So again I will say you can write 2 to 3 here also with the very good statement. Words should be written very meticulously. That is what the term you have to use. Similarly, there is something which is called seminar, training, workshop, conference. So that can be next column for us. Seminar, training, workshop, conference. Seminar, training, workshop, conference. That can be the next column for us. Let me give you some names here. Attended one-day workshop on AutoCAD in IIT Kanpur. You have attended the workshop, that is there. Attended and participated in seminar done on entrepreneurship by department of the university. So you have attended one seminar on entrepreneurship, attended conference and presented paper in energy conference organized by Ministry of Unconventional Energies, that you have done. Attended training session on firefighting and earthquake organized by UT government. So whatever workshop you have done, whatever conference you have done, especially the students who are in MTech and they are going for conference, they must write something in the this particular column, because conference is an important part for MTech and PhD students. So if you are in MTech, you have attended some paper conference or something, paper you have presented, that's something you have to write here. And training, seminar, many times students say, sir, when we attend this, do we need to present a proof for that? You see, sometimes there is a proof, sometimes there is no proof. So if you have attended a workshop, you don't have proof, at least in the CV you can write, and they will ask you question, and on the basis of that they will analyze whether you have done that or not. So at least you can write here, and on the basis of that it can be done, completed. Fine. Okay, so let's go for next now. After this seminar, training, workshop, conference, what next can be? Let me now go for next column which you have to make. So next is soft skills. You know, soft skill may there are two things now. This is software skill. Software skills may you are to write what software you have used in your engineering. So certain softwares, like MATLAB, C++, Fluent, or you can say AutoCAD, These are the softwares which you must have used, and whatever statistical tool or software you have used, they will come in your software skill. Soft skill is different from software skill. So soft skill is your communication skill, how good you are in communication skill. We are not talking about that. We are talking about the software skill. Whatever software you used in your engineering, you can write that. That will come into this particular column. Then comes your position of responsibility. Position of responsibility. Now in the position of responsibility, what you are going to write, again now in the position of responsibility you can write many points here, whatever activities you have done. Let me tell you, in the position of responsibility, from in your college roles, this position of responsibilities can be written in another way: roles and responsibilities. Roles and responsibilities, it can be this name also. So either this name or this name, any name you can use. So let me read some roles and responsibilities which you can use in this particular column. Coordinated with cross-functional team in cultural fest of college. Participated as member of technical sport team of conference held in the college. Led 5-member team for fundraising from the market for the charity show done on behalf of College Society for Poor. Conducted awareness campaign in the village school for career. Arranged ASME, American Society of Mechanical Engineers, arranged ASME awareness workshop in college as its lifetime member. Served as mess secretary for 2 consecutive years. Co-technical head Technical Student Committee Tech Fest. So you have served like that. Organized Inter-College Tech Fest as Discipline Committee member. Coordinated in organizing national level technical paper presentation in the college. Marketing and branding team manager in cultural fest of college. Designed the website of departmental lab for mechatronics. Implemented free open source for college library and reduced license fee. Participated in tinkering project exhibition in the school on behalf of college. Organizing team member of science fest of the college. Created dedicated YouTube channel for the departmental projects and lab. Participated as marketing executive of YouTube channel created for mechanical engineers. Member of coordination committee formed to conduct college fest. So these all are the roles and responsibilities which you have done starting from school to college, whatever you have done. And those of you who have done jobs, those who have done jobs, they can also mention some roles and responsibilities given to them in the organization from where they have worked basically in that particular activities, that can be written in this particular. So in my opinion, 3 to 4 roles and responsibilities where your leadership role, team membership roles and responsibility activities should be reflected, that can be written here. Now next column for us in this can be, after roles and responsibilities, you can write next column which is now, yes, extracurricular activities. It can be extra curricular activities. Extracurricular activities. Now in extracurricular activities, no, anything which you do other than studies come under the category of extracurricular activities. So what can be there is, let's say, member of cultural committee of college, yes, that is there. Member of cricket team, if you have you were in the sports or you were in the cricket team, you can write that. Founding member of entrepreneurship of the college. So whatever you have done which was not part of your curricular activities and not under other heads also, that you can write here. Believe me, to make your CV more beautiful, you are to write a couple of heads, columns. In those columns you have to write 1 or 2 lines which are beautifully written and which you can justify. That is how you have to do. So if something is written here, you are not to write there. That is the only difference you have to keep. Next is award, scholarship, achievement. Award, scholarship, achievement. Awards, scholarship, achievements. This is the next thing we have to write. Now let me read certain awards, scholarship, achievements you can write here. Let us say best student award for the year this in the school, or awarded best minor project in college for making cleaning robot during summer break. Best conference executive award conferred by director of college. Scholarship awarded for extraordinary school academic performance. Got all India rank 10,000 in AIEEE or JEE. Got all India rank 3200 in GATE exam. That is your achievement only. Awarded with best major project in BTech final year. Most disciplined student of the year in school. Merit certificate for outstanding performance in board exam. scored 98 percentile in CAT or All India ranked 2300 in GATE. Best cricket team in Inter-College Sports Fest, won award of excellence for academic performance in class 10th. Best speaker award in inter-college competition, stood first in debate on global warming. So any of these things to that. As I told you, these are only examples which I have got from different students, accumulated what they have written and they have worked. Similarly, you have to think of how you have to do that. Next column can be, let's say, personal interest and hobbies. So let me write here only. Next column what you have to write is personal interest and hobbies. Personal interest and hobbies. Now see, interest and hobbies are different. Hobby is something which you pursue regularly. Interest is something which you will pursue if you get time. You may not be pursuing regularly, but you will pursue it if you get time. So what you can do is you can make a column. Here you can write hobbies and here you can write interest. You can write that as a column only. You can make table ki form mein, you can make that, and you can write 3-4 hobbies and 3-4 interest. In my opinion, 3 to 4 are more than sufficient. For example, and you know, before you write hobbies and interest, I am not saying you make the hobbies and interest for you. Everybody has that, but just identify and think what hobbies you have. Hobbies and interest should be something which look like more innovative, creative, and something which people once listen, they feel like discussing with you. That is something which is very important. So they should not be like everybody is saying, listening music, singing song or playing cricket. Not very common. It should not be like that. Your hobby should be something, or interest should be something which is very precise, something new, something innovative, so that as interviewer I am motivated to ask you question from there. So for example, if you say watching movies is my hobby, don't say that. Say watching science fictional movies is my hobby, so that it becomes specific. Reading books, that's very generic, so don't say reading books. Say very specific. Reading spiritual books, let us say, yeah, reading books of this author. That has to be very specific, and that has to be very innovative, so that a good question can be asked from the your hobbies or interest, and I'm motivated to ask you question once I read your hobbies. Now let me give you, like if I say bird rearing. Bird rearing is my hobby. Let us say birds को मैं कुछ खिलाता पिलाता हूँ, पानी देता हूँ, so that is my hobby. This is hobby which I am doing every day. Then you can say create aviary. You know, aviary is nothing but the place or cage where I keep the birds, the cage in which I keep the birds. So I want to create aviary for me in future because my hobby is rearing bird. So that is interest and hobby. Similarly, watching inspirational video on YouTube is my hobby. Watching inspirational videos on YouTube is my hobby, and create YouTube channel for motivating others is my interest. Creating YouTube channel, as of now I am not created, but I want to create YouTube channel for inspiring others, that is my interest. Palmistry, you know, reading your palms, palmistry is my hobby, and create palmistry app is my interest. So palmistry is my hobby. I read it. मैं पढ़ता हूँ lines, vines and circles in your fingers. That is my hobby. And creating palmistry app is something which is my interest. So this is how you have to differentiate hobbies and interest. And let me see if I made a list for you of some hobbies which I really liked. As I told you, hobby should be something innovative, creative, something which is new for us. Let me read some hobbies which you will find very good. Bird rearing, feeding water, food to birds. Teaching old people how to use mobile and internet is my hobby. Operating YouTube learning channel. Collection of inspirational stories of local heroes. Writing editorial for newspaper. Writing mnemonics for different vocabulary, difficult vocabulary words, that is mnemonics likhna, that is how to make it. Difficult words should be memorized. Purposeful social networking. Caring stray animals, feeding and medication. तो stray animals के लिए something I am to do. Palmistry. Uploading positive things in society in the YouTube channel. Collection of the human effort and intellectual property. To study technical gadgets for solving daily problems. To meet famous and popular personalities. To learn dance steps of different cultures. To learn simple sentences in different languages. Watching inspirational stories. These all can be my hobbies. And what can be the interest? To create aviary for different colored birds, to create shelter space for all stray animals, that means zoo for stray animals, to create community of old people on Facebook or WhatsApp, to make algorithm for palmistry through palm analysis, or create chiromancy app. No, that is a word which I was saying. I don't know that is right pronunciation or not. So you see, this word chiromancy is related to palmistry only. I'm not very sure that my pronunciation is right or not. I was just going through Google and I found what can be another word for palmistry. So I got this word, chiromancy. So then what you can make is, if you are interested in palmistry, you can say creating app, which is the chiromancy app, is my interest. I want to create one app where people go and show their hand and something comes out on the basis of algorithm. That is what I want to create. To meet the celebrities, to create clean devices and gadgets, to create newspaper publishing only positive news, to learn bhangra and freestyle dance, to learn French and Spanish. That can be your interest. So interest is long term and hobbies is something which is short term you do. Now next column sometime he asks you is strengths and weaknesses. Now these all are personal informations which you are writing in your CV. So strengths and weaknesses. What can be your strengths and weaknesses? Again, now strengths and weaknesses may, let me tell you one thing, your strengths should not reflect the arrogance. Strengths should be your personality strengths but not arrogance, and weakness should not be weakness for the organization. They should be your weakness, which he is going to ask you that how you are going to now reduce this weakness. So weakness should not look like weakness for the organization, it should be your weakness. So let me give some names here, strengths and weaknesses. Again, what you can do is, you can make small column table here, strength and weaknesses. You can write this way, and in the strengths you can write like teamwork is my strength, teamwork. You can write adaptability is my strength, adaptability. And what I recommend, what I suggest you is, at least write 4 to 5 strengths and 4 to 5 weaknesses. But keep one thing in mind, that when you're writing strengths and weaknesses, they should not contradict. Like you cannot say extrovert is my strength and my weakness is introvert. A person cannot be extrovert and introvert at the same time. So you need to make a proper synchronization in your strengths and weaknesses. Like lack of initiative taking, you have lack in initiative, so this is your weakness. Or if you find introvert, this is your weakness. So lack of confidence, something like weaknesses. Let me read some strengths and weaknesses which I have collected. Commitment and dedication, strength. Sincerity and responsibility, your strength. Honesty, perseverance, patience. Calm and composed temperament, that is your strength. Positive outlook and attitude for life. Helping attitude, focus on target and goal, social networking, listening and interaction, strong and positive belief system, delayed gratification, rationality and practicality in decision making, extrovert and socialization, stage show and speech. These are your strong points. Now what can be your weaknesses? Like too much honesty, straightforwardness, gullible. Gullible is somebody whom you tell something and he believes or she believes. Normally girls have this weakness of being gullible. Somebody said something and you believed it, right? Workaholism, you are workaholic, keep on doing a lot of work. That is weakness for you but not for organization. Lack of tolerance for indiscipline, lack of patience and perseverance, emotional sensitivity for poverty. You will not say I am emotionally insensitive, you will say emotional sensitivity for poverty. Ignorance in financial matters, imprudent spending behavior, spendthrift, that is a word for you, spendthrift. Online shopping is my weakness. Poor handwriting, introvert and reserved nature, stage fear. So these can be your weaknesses which you can represent as your weakness. Now other than this, what you can add here is, let me see, awards we have completed, career objectives we have done, strengths, hobbies we have done, pros and responsibilities. So anyhow, so now we come to at the end of this entire discussion, last thing what you can add here is declaration. So you can put here declaration, and in declaration you are to write whatever you have written that is true to your knowledge. So what you can say, I have truly provided the information related to my academic and personal background and then you can put your name here. Here you can put your name and you can put your signature. So you can put your signature also, and the date also can be put here. So if you are submitting a CV somewhere, you can put your date also. So now I have given you some brief of how you are to make the CV. Let me give you again the entire structure which you can basically fulfill. What you can do is, I think this entire what I have prepared, that will be available free on Yourpedia website also. You can go on Yourpedia website, CV, and you can download this particular performa. What you have to do is, you have to take the performa and start writing. Something you write on that. Something you write and keep improving on that. Skeleton is prepared. You have to fill the skeleton. As I told you, the skeleton I will provide you, that from Yourpedia you can take, and you start writing something in that. Let's say your hobby, weakness, strengths, and keep working on that. If you do that for 1 week, you will prepare very good biodata for you. So let me tell you now how you have to make it. First, your name and your details, your qualification, your email ID, your phone number, that everything is here. Your photographs on right side. Then comes career objective. Career objective you can write. You can keep this entire with the capital font also, you can do that. Then academic or scholastic record. Academic record, in which you are giving your academic background, the detail we have covered. Then project undertaken. So project which you have done. So 3 to 4 projects you can write. Beautifully you have to write that. Then comes industrial, let us say internship, industrial, vocational training, that is what you can write. Then comes seminar, training, workshop, conference, that is what another column will be. Then comes soft skills, in which you can write what are the software you have learned. Then you can write position of responsibility. I come this side. Position of responsibility. Then comes extracurricular activities. Then comes your award, comma scholarship, comma achievement. After that comes personal interest or hobbies. Then comes strength and weaknesses. So you have to write 4-5 strengths, weaknesses. Then comes at the last declaration and your name and signature. So believe me, if you have written these things, take a page, write these things, type it, make it bold, underline it, and then leave some space and start filling it up. If you do that exercise, content is very important. If you do that exercise, your CV first particular draft of that is ready, and keep improving upon that, keep finding good words for that, and repeatedly within 1 month you will get a very good CV, and then keep improving upon that CV. After seeing this video, if you have any query, I'll be happiest to answer your queries and get a CV ready for you. You can take help from the Yourpedia team also to prepare CV for you, where the projects, how it is to be written, what is to be done. There's a dedicated team who can help you in that. You can contact our executive, the contact number of which you will get here. They will guide you how you have to meticulously go forward for that. Fine? Okay.